Yesterday, our East Porter Google accounts saw a change to the way that we insert images while working within GSuite tools. So before, we were helping our students approach copyright with images by encouraging them to search for images directly inside of GSuite apps. So when students are working in slides or docs or drawings or any of those tools, if they were to insert an image, they can search for an image, and we knew that all of those images were going to be filtered for only images that are labeled for reuse with modifications. And that way, we're a step closer to making sure that our students are using images responsibly in the work that they create. So I wanted to draw your attention to this update because it really does shift the way that we are searching for images inside of GSuite tools. And it also changes the process for making sure that first, we are allowed to use these images, and second, that we are able to locate all of the information that we need to properly attribute the images that we are using. So when your students do this now, they are going to go to Insert, Image, and then search the web. So I'll show you what that looks like live. Insert, Image, search the web. Insert, Image, search the web. Okay, and so now on the right side of my screen, I have a place to search for Google Images. So I'll go ahead and search for giraffe. And when I hover over the image that I might want to insert into my slides, you'll see a little magnifying glass pop up, and I want to click on that. And what clicking on the magnifying glass is going to do is it's going to give you a preview of the image. But the most important things that you'll get are, first, at the top, you will get a link to the source of the image. And then on the bottom, it's going to give you some information on how this image is labeled for reuse, if it has the appropriate licensing for you to be able to use it in your work. So I'll show you what that looks like live. I click on the magnifying glass to preview the image. Up here at the very top, I have the URL to the image source, and down here at the bottom, I see the license information. So that draft image that I'm looking at is labeled for commercial use with modification. And that's what Google is telling me. It's saying that I can go ahead and use that image and I can modify it. And even if I'm using this image to make money, that's okay. That's how that particular image is licensed. But as far as providing attributions and seeing what the actual license is, I need to go ahead and click on the URL. So I'm going to go back to my draft image, insert, image, search the web, preview image, and now I'm going to click on the URL. Okay, you should be able to see it now. And I see right here, I've got my, my author/photographer. This is a link to her page. I also see that this is licensed under Creative Commons and that it's free for commercial use and that no attribution is actually required. So now I know a little bit more about my license. And when I'm back in my slides, I can use that information, the author, her page, the link to the actual image source, and the type of license to provide the attribution. Because while no attribution is required on this particular image, it's best practice to provide attribution anyway. So that's a lot of stuff. Just to recap, I really just wanted to focus on the way that students are going to be inserting images directly from within GSuite tools, and to highlight the process that you can go through now to easily find the information that you need to properly attribute images.